This cabin is going to be the biggest cabin that Jordan and I have ever built. So far on the biggest cabin we've ever built, we've had to endure some terrible conditions just to keep the materials clean and dry. The awful conditions carried on well into week 2 before we could finally get stuck into building this great big building and hopefully claw back some precious lost time. Week 3 brought us a few problems and some more unwanted rain, but we soon got through them, finished the wall logs and started getting the gable ends built up, ready for Matthew and his telehandler to get the great big 10-metre long purlins up in place. We then wrapped the building with a vapour barrier and then started the roof rafters. This is where we came across our first big problem, with a conflict in drawing putting too many rafters in the wrong places, meaning rafters had to be undone, took down and put back up where they should have been. Then came our second big problem, with the valley rafters above the porch not making any sense. We had to take down more materials, move more rafters before finally going home at the end of week 5. And that brings us to now, Monday the 28th of October, at the start of week 6 on this great big cabin build. Fingers crossed all of the problems from week 5 are long forgotten and we can start afresh and try and get this watertight by the end of the week. As you may notice, the farmer's been round, had a tidy up for us and brought us our second lot of materials that we need to get on. So I'm going to get my boots on and crack on. With week 5 and all of its problems well and truly behind us, we should be able to make some inroads this week, fingers crossed. First up on the to-do list, finish the porch and them dreaded valley rafters. So Meg is standing just there, look. And I'm only going to say to her, where's the digger bucket? And then you just wait for the bark, you ready? Where's that digger bucket? Where's that digger bucket? Wait for it. Dumb. I don't know if you can see that. That's blood. Some moron threw a nail at me. Threw a nail. Now I don't want to say it because I really don't want to jinx it, so I'll say it quietly. We've had no rain for over a week. Shh.
Kill me again, Mr. Bartender, please. I need a shot and I'm
something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm
What
sure
the
you're not needed.
No way. I'm sick to death of this. Bloody kids and their crappy rap music. They have no idea what proper music's all about.
You're like a drug that I just can't deny, giving me the best high. My body's shaking every time you get into my mind.
Do you know that boy is so frustrating? I've just came in here to change batteries because we're running out of power on all the power tools. So I thought I'll get this battery that I took out the radio about an hour ago. It's still dead. Do you know why? Because this charger is plugged in. Do you know the only thing we have that takes these batteries is heated jacket? It's 17 degrees outside. Sure. I'm gonna make a cup of tea. I'm gonna have to unplug the battery charger.
So I need to make you mine, think I want you in my.
Gotta love a bit of rock music, ain't you? Right, okay, we are ready now to put the rafters on top of the porch. We have done the valley rafters and we have done the rafters that go to the valley rafters from the ridge. Everything marries up lovely as it should do. So we're going to get them on and then we're ready to put a vapour barrier over the whole lot. So yeah, we're winning. Well, I am anyway, because I've got my rock music on, ain't I? Now, I kind of forgot about one major thing that we still had to do, which was to raise the purling above the porch. So out come the big boy screws for the last time.
Take me far away in the dark. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up.
Deep breaths, Ben. Just rise above it. It's really not worth it.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up.
With that now done, the final rafters above the porch can go in. No more raftering.
Pick it up, ooh, I'm a real one, my day ones.
Clocks went back, didn't they? We'll pick this up in the morning. We can actually see what we're doing. bit earlier than normal this morning because after learning that it gets dark earlier because the clocks went back, we started this morning an hour earlier to finish an hour earlier, so we're not working in the dark. So we have 2 more rafters to put in above the porch, and then before we put the vapour barrier on, we have to cut the timbers down from the walls because over in the mill they thought that'd be a good idea for them to stick up above the rafters, which is not really. So we have a chainsaw and we're going to cut them off.
Now, with it being just after 7 o'clock in the morning and us not forewarning the farm will be starting earlier, I thought it's best not to start a chainsaw just yet, so I'm going to have a go by hand.
I can't wait for everyone to get up because that's just too much hard work. You ever get that feeling when you're eating something you're being watched? Just going to skirt over the fact that we have another issue up there on the porch. Just going to deal with it, get it done, move on. Nothing to see here. Quite proud of myself. Remember yesterday, Jordan threw a nail at me and it hit me in the head, which had a little lump and a little bit of blood. Not much, didn't mind or anything. Well, he's just gone over there to the container to get some stuff out, and I just threw a nail backhanded and it hit him in the head, and now he's just bombarding me with nails. But it felt good. Actually, I didn't think I'd get anywhere near him, but all of a sudden he's just like, ah! I need my nails, I ain't throwing no more. There we go. Oh! I actually fell through the floor then, Pete.
I have no idea who Pete or Billy is, but between us we hammered in the final nail on the porch.
Okay, right, that is that done. No more nailing, especially by hand, because my arm is killing me. What we are ready for now is the membrane to go on the roof. So 7 of there, which goes up there, which is going to be put on with a staple gun, and then the timber laths go on top on the roof rafters, which are actually going to be nailed down with the fishing nail gun because they're different nails, so we don't have to do that by hand. So we're going to start and get the whole of the back done first, which is probably going to be, judging by the size of that and the size of that, 3 runs, and then by then it would dark. So we'll have to do all the funky stuff around the porch and that. It's all about the porch, it's always the porch, but we'll be doing that in the morning when it won't be dark. Okay, that is the end of play on day 2 of week 6 of building this great big log cabin, and yet again it's ended with a problem. Well, it's not really a problem as such. Jordan's on the telephone right now to building control because we have like a metal strap, like a banding that needs to go on the roof rafters to like shore it up, but it's mainly for like smaller roof trusses and stuff. This is actually like got more substantial timbers on, and it's also supported by the central purlin, so it may not be needed, but we need to make sure that it's right before we continue. We either have to put it on or we don't. So we don't want to continue with it not on if building control turn around and say it should have been put on. So we're going to let him deal with that. I'm going to go and put all the tools away before it gets too dark, and then we'll pick it up in the morning when, fingers crossed, that is resolved and we could just carry on the Wednesday with no hiccups. That'd be nice. Morning. We have the building inspector coming out this morning at some point, but we don't know when. He's going to let us know if we need to put the steel bands on top of the rafters or not. Now, we don't think we need them, but ultimately it's his decision at the end of the day. So until he gets here, which could be any time between now and lunchtime, we need to make sure that everything else is in order, that he's not going to pick up on nothing else. And then we can't really do nothing else until he's been here. We can't touch the roof, so we've got to do that.
Whilst we wait for the building inspector, we're going to put up the in-between rafter pieces, which, wait for it, they go between the rafters, and cover up some misdemeanours that weren't our fault.
Right, we need to get something sorted out. Meg, when I say sick 'em, you go up there and you attack him. When I say dig a bucket, Meg, look, You go over there, you attack the digger bucket. Are we clear? Are you ready? Meg, sick 'em! Sick 'em! Meg, sick 'em! With Meg not listening to a word I say, I decided to pick some litter up instead. How long before he gets here now? Got about 4 minutes until it's the PM. Still no building inspector. All this waiting around starting to grate on me a lot. All these stupid, tedious, boring jobs. I decided to go and have a hide. So the building inspector has still not been yet. It's now, well, it's at least 35 minutes after the time window that he said he'd be here. And I'm getting really annoyed now because I picked up all the litter, I've tidied things up, and Jordan's making me do stupid little jobs because he doesn't want to get his knuckles wrapped by the building inspector, like taping up little bits of tape and stuff. It's really frustrating, so I thought I'll just come over here and hide. That way he won't know, so shh. Well, that didn't work very well, but it wasn't long before the building inspector arrived, and my job was to do some covert videotaping. Okay, the building inspector has just left, and he said that we do not have to put the metal strapping on top of the roof, which is a bonus. He is 100% happy with everything we've been doing so far. Well, he's happy with what I've done anyway, so we're good to carry on with the roof. Woo! Get off my phone. I mean, get off my Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. I need the audience to know that I'm using a 3-year-old iPhone, do I? Boredom now out of my system and Jordan almost finished the front of the building, I decided to take the spirit level for a quick walk before putting a string line up ready for the back. Oh, pants. Nip. Whoa. Well, string line isn't quite long enough to get from one end of the building to the other. So what I might do is borrow the customer Matthew's chainsaw, cut the last couple of feet off the building, then it'll reach. Well, that's probably outside of my pay grade, so I'll probably leave that decision to Jordan. We'll pick that up in the morning. I better go and pick up a string line. Oh, hello, good morning. Thursday, more importantly, going home day. And it's Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. We have our pumpkin up over there, so we're getting into the Halloween spirit. Right, back to the building. So, first of all, I've got to re-put up my string line around the back. Then we're going to put up all the in-between rafter pieces, and then we can finally wrap the roof. I ain't got a clue what they put in this rice pudding, but I might give Meg some. It's brilliant. Look at her, it's like me and my shadow. She never leaves my side, apart from two small words. Dingle bucket!
dig a bucket. It wasn't long though before something caught my attention again. This time I don't think it was the rice pudding. What the? There's something just not quite sitting right with today. I don't know what it is. I know it's Halloween, but strange. Very strange indeed. But nonetheless, work needs to continue. But something has definitely rattled Meg. To take my mind off the weirdness that's going on, I decided to put the kettle on and go and pick up all the in-between rafter pieces that we've dropped over the last few weeks. And there's a lot of them. I think I found them all, but I'm going to do something that doesn't come easy to me. Count. Nope, you lost it. Start over again, moron.
What about something like Halloweeny?
No,
But it's Halloween, Billy.
I don't fucking care.
Well, let's listen to Becky Hill on repeat.
Now you're speaking my language, fucking grouchy bastard.
Should we put Heart Christmas on?
No,
Heart 70s?
definitely not.
How about this garbage?
Jordan Spatty's done me out because the knot I used to tie the string line up didn't conform to his standards. So I took my knife out and cut it off, didn't I? I'll teach him. It's amazing how the silliness escalates when it's almost time to go home, and there's always one more opportunity to flick him the bird. That is it. The in-between rafter pieces on the back are 100% finished, which means now we can start wrapping the back, which should see us till the end of the day and the weekend. And he is still whinging about his string line. Standing here about 15 minutes now waiting for that moron so we can get this first roll of membrane on the roof. I don't know where he is. Still bloody whinging about his stupid string line. I mean, I don't get it, because all this brand new Milwaukee tools fall in the mud, and they have done for the last 6 weeks on this job, literally in muddy puddles. Don't bat an eyelid. Cut his string line, cries like a baby. It wasn't a Thursday and we're travelling home. Billy's gone to drop the kids off at the pool in the Portaloo. I would go and rock it over, I seriously would. But that means travelling home with him for 4 hours, smelling like a toilet. After entertaining myself yet again, it was just a short wait for Spielberg to set up his final shot of the day so we can actually pack up and go home.
I need you high.
Smoking! Better not do that on camera. I feel a little bit bad today because Meg's not really had any camera time, but she has been milking it the last couple of weeks anyway. She's all the way down there, bless her. Look. Lost. If she could climb the ladder, she would. Meg, oh look, she's gone. Thanks, Meg. You made me look really stupid then. Blimey, if looks could kill. All this over a string line that's been tied more times than Ross Geller. I think I'm just going to leave him up there to carry on, whilst I get all the tools organised ready to go in the van. And it doesn't matter how many times you look, you always leave one tool up on the roof. Sometimes even two. That wonderful sound of silence. Listen to that. Shh. Absolutely beautiful. I'd live here in a heartbeat. I'll see you in my shed. Oh my god, I got out there just in time, didn't I? I told you there was something up. There was really something off about yesterday. In fact, there was something off about the whole week. I just couldn't quite put my finger on it. It's just one of them weird weeks. But we did manage to kind of get on a bit. Obviously a few little issues, but not as big as last week. We dealt with them. Building inspector, been and gone. He's a happy guy. He has to do like a monthly visit. But it was just a very weird, surreal week. But the bonus is that's 2 weeks in a row now, not one single drop of rain. So we're getting on and the building is going up nicely. We're really hoping we could just get on and get that roof done so we've got like a nice cosy den for the colder months that are coming up. Okay, fun fact of the week time. Did you know, even though you see shots like these, which are amazing shots of an amazing building, every single shot that you see is actually been shot on an iPhone 13 Pro Max. My 3-year-old iPhone 13 Pro Max. And I mean every single shot from this video and every video in this series. So the previous 5 videos, every shot has been shot on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And I mean every shot. Even though I've thrown that dummy little drone shot of it coming down, there was no drone footage in it at all. And if you look here, you can just see me. Here I am. This is my shadow. And that's a great big stick. And I mean a big stick. It's like 4 meters long. And I had to tape 4 of them together because it was kind of loose when I first put the phone on it, and it was rather bendy. So I had to kind of like shore it up a bit more. So there you have it. Another week has passed. That's 6 weeks on this job already. Doesn't seem like we're getting on as far as, well, I personally would like to, but we've had a lot of hiccups and there was a lot of weather issues. Like I said though, the last 2 weeks been really dry, so bonus. So if you like the video, give it one of them. Tells YouTube it's a good video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel. Turn notifications on, set your preferences to all. That way YouTube will let you know when I've uploaded another video. I'm not going to see you next Wednesday because we've got a week off this build. We're going to build a smaller cabin local to us that's actually been pre-booked for quite a while, and it's arrived in the country. It's now been delivered to the customer on Monday morning, so there will be no week 7 on this build, but I will see you hopefully at the weekend with Avery related stuff. If not, I shall see you in week 7. Enjoy the rest of your weekend everyone. Goodbye. What am I walking over here for?